Hi everybody, Steve here with Jim.
Morning.
We're heading to Walmart. We're doing our weekly grocery shopping, and this week we thought we would actually, when we get home, we're going to show you what we bought and tell you what everything cost, item by item. I don't think we've done that before. I know we've been to Walmart many times on this channel and shared a lot of videos about our shopping, but we've never really done a video about how much we spend for groceries each week, both of us, and then how much we spend each month. So this is the first week in August, and so we're going to keep track this month. We go once a week to Walmart, and that's where we do our grocery shopping every week. Then at the end of the month, we'll do a total and see how much we've spent for the entire month. We've never really done that before, have we?
No.
Yeah, now you said you keep track of yours on a spreadsheet, right? So you know what you spend, but I've never done
a spreadsheet, but in Quicken. I mean, I put everything in Quicken.
The reason we're mentioning that is we were talking about this the other day, we were thinking that we could also go back and just see how much things have changed price-wise. Since we always shop at Walmart, that's the only place we shop pretty much, and he's kept track every week since we've lived here and shopped at Walmart, we could go back over the last few years and just see how much prices have changed. So that'll be kind of interesting too. So we'll do that in a future video. But for today, all we're going to do is once we get back from the store, we're going to show you what we got. We'll do like an unpacking video, show you what we got and tell you the prices on everything and what the total is. And then at the end of this month, we'll do it for the total for the month. And we just thought it might be interesting for all of us to be able to compare. I know that most everyone who watches this channel lives here in the US. We do have quite a few viewers who watch from Europe and Australia and pretty much all the English-speaking countries and a lot of non-English-speaking countries. And so it would be interesting as well to compare prices of what you pay for groceries weekly in Australia or in Europe compared to here in the US. But even those of you who are here in the US, I'm sure the prices are probably different. Like we're here in Southern California, in Palm Springs. It'd be kind of interesting to know, are prices the same in every state? Or do they vary dramatically like they do with gas? Our gas prices here in California are really high compared to other parts of the country. And I think the East Coast is also pretty high. Midwest, I think, is probably the cheapest. I'm guessing it's probably the same with food and groceries. So I don't know. I think it might be interesting to find out. So by sharing this and comparing notes, I think we can kind of get an idea of maybe where it's cheaper to retire at least as far as food goes, and other things as well. But this video is just going to focus on food because that's definitely a big part of the budget when you're retired is your groceries, your weekly groceries. Anyway, we'll see you when we get home. We're home now, and you want to show your receipt, Jim, what you spent?
$100.88.
All right, so let's show everybody what you got.
We've got the expensive milk this week because they didn't have the cheap stuff, and that was $4.86.
$4.86?
Yep. Lunch dessert pudding, it's $4.97.
Okay, that's a lot.
Yeah. No, at least there's 8 of them in there.
Yeah, so they lasted the week.
Yeah. And then this week I treated myself to bagels and cream cheese, so I got some cream cheese.
Now, why is that a treat?
So, just because of the calories.
Oh, okay. So it's not something you do very often?
No, maybe a few times a year. So this was $2.23.
Jim loves bread. He loves bagels and toast and
this week,
anything with bread.
We're having our taco salad, so I got the salsa.
Okay. Now, when he says we, he means him.
Yeah. $3.43. I got the squeeze version of the sour cream, which is $2.82.
That's pretty expensive. You could have gotten that a lot cheaper, huh?
Well, I mean, the thing that comes in this would have been $2.40 something. You would have got 2 more ounces, but it's like, this is more than enough for me, and it's a lot easier to do. Okay. And then we got the chicken, 1 bag for the taco stuff, and 1 bag for the broccoli chicken, which I'll have, and those are $2.98 a piece. We got blueberry bagels, which are $3.54 for 5.
Show the front. Okay, Sara Lee.
Cheese for the taco stuff.
Fiesta blend.
$2.34.
Okay. So I think I forgot to mention, for those of you who haven't been watching our videos for a while, you probably don't realize, or you wouldn't know, that we buy our food separately. We've talked about this in videos in the past, but we eat very different food. I have really bad heartburn and I get kidney stones, so I have a whole different dietary needs than Jim does. He can eat anything and nothing gives him heartburn. He doesn't get kidney stones. So we just learned years ago that it would just be best for us to make our own food separately and eat our own food. Plus, because of my kidney stones, I have to eat really early in the day, and he usually eats later in the day. So that's why we're showing all of his food first, and then I'll show you what I bought, because we do buy totally separate food. Once in a while we'll share, but it's very rare.
Okay, so now we've got the spicy marinara for my spaghetti.
And that's
$3.98.
okay. So whenever I used to buy this, I would just buy the store brand, the really cheap stuff for $1. That's the other thing. Jim usually buys the more expensive brand name items, where I buy
this is middle of the road. It's not the cheapest, but it's not the most expensive either.
Yeah.
And we got the can of pinto beans for the taco salad, and those are $2.18.
$2.18, okay. Yeah, Jim, also, the way we're different is I just buy a bunch of food and then I decide what I want to eat during the week, where he actually plans his menu ahead of time before he buys his food.
Pretty much, yeah.
So he decides what he wants to have to eat for 3 meals every day, and then he buys the food.
And then we've got the corn for the taco salad, no salt added, that's 70 cents. The cheapest item I bought.
Yeah. Well, no, you get bananas, didn't you?
Well, yeah, but the bananas were more than 70 cents.
Were they? I thought they were so cheap. They're like
50 cents a pound, but I mean, like,
you got a lot of bananas.
Well, we got 7 bananas.
Oh.
Then we got the jalapenos, the mild heat, which are $3.16.
$3.16 for the jalapenos.
And then we've got the olives.
Now, when did you start saying we instead of I?
I don't know.
I've never heard you say we before.
He, she, they, him, her, me, we.
I.
Olives, $2.57. Then I got my coffee.
Yeah, he loves his coffee for some reason.
$3.38. Well, it's not so much I love the coffee. I mean, I like you with just drinking water all day. On certain days, I didn't used to drink it in the summer, but I've started drinking it and just kind of letting it cool naturally. I mean, I just like the cinnamon flavor. I got a couple Powerades, which are
$1 each.
$1 plus the 10-cent CRV on each.
That's right, yeah.
And then we got the rice for the chicken and broccoli. And
Show the, so we can see it.
It's the boiling bag kind.
Okay.
That's $2.58.
All right. Again, the more expensive stuff. So again, he does buy things that are more convenient and easier, but they usually are more expensive, where I buy more in bulk.
And then I got a couple apple sauces, unsweetened. And this is my nighttime dessert.
And I hate applesauce.
I mean, I started doing that instead of the little brownies I got, and these were $2.34 a piece.
Wait, show the package. Okay. Two what?
$2.34.
Okay.
And you get 6 of them in there. Got the angel hair pasta, which is $1.18.
That doesn't look like very much. Is that just for one meal?
2 meals.
You're having pasta twice this week?
No, I'll just have it the one time, and then one time the following week.
Oh, and save it? Okay.
And then we got...
How much was the angel hair?
$1.18.
Okay.
2 things of the shredded lettuce for the taco salad.
Convenience. More expensive, but convenient.
Those are $3.48 a piece.
Yeah, that's really a lot.
Well, it sure beats getting heads of lettuce and chopping them up.
Yeah, like what I got. I got a head of lettuce, and then you got to chop it up. But the head of lettuce was $1.88.
And I got 2 broccoli florets for my chicken and broccoli. And those are $2.47
Each?
Yeah.
$2.47?
Yeah, because
Again,
I mean, you can
I just buy the regular broccoli.
True, but then you put all the crap on the thing. I mean, I put this in the microwave for 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, I've got to cut mine up. I got to boil it. Jim is all about convenience.
That's me.
So he doesn't mind spending more money, and your total usually is quite a bit higher than mine each month. I mean, each week.
Tortilla strips for the topping on the taco salads, and that was
Trying to get the reflection off of there.
$1.54.
And you got the great value of the store brand.
Well, I did that all. I do when I can.
Oh.
I don't buy name brands.
I thought you preferred the name brands.
No, I mean if it's cheaper.
I think I've influenced him that way because you were always a name brand person.
And I got tomatoes for the taco salads, and those are $2.98. And I mean, granted,
That's expensive, huh?
Well, yeah, any like cherry tomatoes or the cherubs or whatever are definitely more expensive than buy. I mean, normally, like when I have salads now, I used to get these. I now buy, a few Roma tomatoes, which are a little cheaper, but these are a little easier to use in a taco salad. I got 2 big things of grapes.
Oh yeah, that's always the expensive. And we've shared that in the past, how expensive these grapes are.
Yeah, well the thing is too, when I load up the bag, these bags are usually only about half full. So I take another bag there and I pull the stuff out and put them, so I end up with just 2 bags.
And so how much were the grapes?
The grapes were only $1.88 a pound, but one of these was about 3.5 pounds and the other about 3 3/4 pounds, so it was $6.66 and $7.07. So like $13.73 for just the grapes.
13, so almost $14 for these 2 bags of grapes. That's insane. We probably should go to Trader Joe's or somewhere and see if they're cheaper. Usually Trader Joe's is pretty cheap, or maybe
they're still going to be around. $1.88 for grapes is cheap.
Yeah, it's not funny. So yeah,
I just buy a lot of them. That's the problem.
But that's not even a lot. That's 2 bags of grapes.
Well, it's 13 pounds or almost 7 pounds of grapes.
7 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, then your bananas were
got my
probably
7 bananas.
And how much were those?
Those are 50 cents a pound.
Bananas give me heartburn, so I can't eat
It's
bananas
usually
either.
the cheapest fruit there, and that was like $1.35 for 7 bananas.
$1.35. Yeah, so that's probably the cheapest thing you bought, really.
Well,
or what was
the can
other
of corn was the one at 70 cents.
Well, the can of corn, yeah.
And then 4 avocados for the 4 taco salads, and those were 84 cents a piece.
Yeah, they were $1.06 last week, and like 56 cents
so
maybe a couple weeks before.
$3.36 for the avocados. And then being this week was cleaning week, and I ran out of these
what are they? You gotta show.
These were $8.48.
Yikes. But those will last how long?
I mean, I only use about 3 a cleaning, so I mean, this will last 6 cleanings, so it'll last several months.
Okay. So yeah, so some of the stuff we buy each week isn't stuff that we buy every
week. It's the great value. It's not the the Swiffer brand or whatever the others.
Yeah, because that's I'm sure a lot more. Okay, so that's good.
$100.88.
$100. So you spend usually about $100 every week, though, right?
Generally, I would say 90 to 100 on average.
And the majority.
I mean, every so often, see now next week, because I do have frozen meals in the freezer right now, so I mean next week, if I only buy maybe 4 fresh meals and use 3 of the frozen, my bill won't be as much then next week because I won't.
Unless you buy more
Yeah, I mean this literally I bought for 7 meals.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's fresh stuff.
7 meals, 7 days, 3 meals a day.
My meals really are only breakfast and lunch because normally dinner's just popcorn and a banana. So I mean, I don't consider that a meal.
All right, so you spent what was $100 and
$100.88.
88 cents, and I spent $101.05. I don't know if you can see this. If I can hold it far enough away from the camera so it's in focus. And this was a lot for me. I rarely ever spend $100 a week when I go shopping. I typically spend about $60, maybe $70, but this week I did buy a little bit more than I would normally buy. So once Jim puts all of his stuff away, then I'll put my stuff away and I'll show you what I bought and how much everything cost. He's ready to go play his games. He doesn't want to help figure out what my pricing is, but we'll see if I can convince him. All right, so this week I bought toilet paper. Yeah, so I got this toilet paper. It was what was it, $13.40?
$13.24.
$13.24. This was the best deal of all the toilet papers they had. So this is going to last me probably 6 months. So a lot of the things we buy aren't necessarily weekly things like this. I already put away the ice cream and stuff that was cold because it's just too warm to leave it out. So I got more than normally I would just buy 2 of these, either the Rocky Road or the vanilla. This time I got 4, and what was the price of this?
$3.12.
$3.12 each. So I got 4 of those, and then I got 2 of these for my salad. Right now, I used to put chicken in my salad. Now I just put olives or avocados and lettuce and a few other things and a little bit of just a tiny bit of cheese. Yeah, this is the mozzarella.
208.
208. I got 2 of these. Normally I would only buy 1, but sometimes I run out, so I got 2. And then milk-wise, they didn't have the kind of milk that I like, the store brand, which is like $3.50 or something. So I had to pay, what was this?
$4.86.
$4.86 instead of like $3.50 because they just seem to run out. I don't know if it's because it's more popular, because it's cheaper, but yeah, we have a hard time finding this. It's the non-fat or fat-free, lactose-free. And the reason we get the lactose-free, we've done videos in the past about it, is because it doesn't spoil. I mean, it doesn't, like
it'll last a little longer.
It'll last for months. And so, but I did get one of these because this is only, what was this?
$1.97.
Yeah, so I'd rather get 2 of these, but these spoil.
Yeah, if you notice the date on that, that says August 16th.
Yeah, but it'll be lucky. I'll be lucky if it even lasts till then. I mean, these spoil really, really fast. As soon as you take off the top, within 3-4 days, these are, they're awful. They start smelling and you can't use them. So, but luckily when I have cereal in the morning, I go through one of these pretty fast. I'll go through this in a week. So again, I got enough for probably 2 weeks, milk-wise. But I always just like to have a little extra of everything, just so I don't run out. All right, so these were what, $1 each?
$1 plus the 10-cent CRV fee.
Yeah. All right, so we got 2 of these. Yeah, so I know you guys are making fun of me because most of my stuff is junk food compared to Jim's. I mean, mostly dessert. I have a very big sweet tooth, and I just found that I just like, some of the old stuff that's like really cheap, and this was on sale for
$1.06.
$1.06. I mean, it's only usually $1.25 or something, but I got 4 of these.
Doesn't each one of those last you like 2 meals?
Yeah. One of these, I usually have these with veggies, like with broccoli or something on a plate. And so I just cut it in half. So I'll have like 6 raviolis, with some veggies one day and the same thing the next day. So yeah, so basically it's like 50 cents for a meal plus the veggies, which maybe is another 50 cents. So like $1, for my dinner. So it's cheap and, maybe not the best as far as quality, and I'm sure it has a lot more salt than I would normally want, but oh yeah, I was telling Jim that I get these because I found that.
Well, I guess the question is, isn't that a bigger bag than what you
Yeah, Jim thinks it's a bigger bag. I'll show you. So I get these, and this will probably last me, I don't know, 2-3 weeks. I do have a real sweet tooth, but sometimes I just discovered I don't need a lot of sweets, I just need a few little bites. So I can have a handful of these chips, and the way I eat so slowly, they can last me a half hour for a handful. And this has always been $4.44 for the last year. Today, I look at the price.
$6.16.
It went from last week, $4.44 to $6. So they didn't decide, well, let's just raise it 25 cents. Over the next few months.
Well, the funny thing is,
let's just raise it by $2.
It's not even like there's any chocolate in it, because white chocolate is not chocolate.
No, there's no chocolate in it. It's just sugar, basically. It's just little sugar pills. So this is 24 ounce, And the one that I have from last week is 24 ounce. I just keep it in these plastic things so bugs or ants or anything don't get them. So
Well, yeah, I mean,
444.
sometimes you have to buy things just because they have it, because the next time you go, they may not have it for a month.
Well,
or
that's
something.
true. Yeah, we have found, especially at Walmart, maybe at other stores too, but Walmart, you never know what they're going to have. So if it's there, you get it.
Okay, next is red beans at 94 cents.
Yeah, these used to be 50 cents. They went up to 60. Now they're 94 cents, just red beans. Yeah, I have to stop getting this. I really like it, but it used to be like $1.50, which I thought was outrageously expensive. Now it's $2.50.
Well, it's been $2.50 for a while.
Yeah, it has. Oh, yeah, they raised the price up quite a long time ago, a year or so ago. But it's not worth it. I mean, and I only use half a can. So, but it's still, for half a can, there's hardly anything. And I'll mix it with my vegetables. You know, I'll have like my broccoli or whatever. I'll have a bowl full of vegetables, then I put it on just to kind of give it some flavor, a little bit of salty flavor. And so, yeah, $2.50, I just can't bring myself to spending $2.50 for a tiny little can of soup. And you can imagine, this is at Walmart. You can imagine what it is at like Ralph's or something. It's probably $5, $6, $7.
Well, not quite that much, but it's definitely about another $1. It's closer to $4, I think.
The corn used to be 50 cents. Now it's 70. So it hasn't gone up too much, but
Yeah, so you get the full salt.
yeah, because I don't add salt to anything, and I usually just have little portions of everything, so I don't get a lot of salt, even though I know this is salty. But sometimes it's the only thing with a little bit of
For
salt.
me, the reason I get the like unsalted type things, if I can, not only just for the sodium, but it's like, to be honest, I can't tell the difference anyway. So
Well, yeah,
it's
if you
kind
can't
of
tell
like,
the difference, yeah, I would just go with
I have the
non-salt,
sodium
but I
in
can
it.
definitely tell. Was olives the next?
olives, $1.97.
Yeah, I think really the price must have gone down because they've been like $2.25 or something. So again, it's still very expensive.
Yeah,
for
see, I get,
olives.
mine are a little bit more expensive than the ones I get, but I get it mostly because it's got the pop top on it too, which makes it easier to open.
Well, I don't mind. Yeah,
I know, but
Jim's
I mean,
all about convenience. He'll pay an extra $1 just so he can use the pop top instead of the. This is really expensive. The Wishbone, is that the next one?
Yeah, $2.78.
Balsamic vinaigrette, $2.78. Probably cost him about 20 cents to make this. It's just So this is like, I guess I am like Jim when it comes to this. I can make this myself for a lot cheaper, but the hassle, I just don't want to deal with it, so I end up buying it. But I use, again, this will probably last me 2-3 weeks. I just use a little bit, just barely, just a little hint of something on the salad, but I don't use a lot of it, so it does last a long time. Yeah,
$2.73.
these give me heartburn a lot, so I don't eat them very often, but not a lot of sugar. I mean, of all my sugary desserts, it's probably one of the least sugary. So once in a while, I'll have a few of these, and very few calories. So how much was it?
$2.73.
$2.73. Ridiculously expensive for a box of cookies. It should be like $1.50, but in my opinion. All right.
Raisins.
Raisins. Yeah, raisins are kind of expensive, and again, they're sweet, but at least naturally sweet.
$2.90.
Yeah, so sometimes a little snack later in the day. I eat really early in the day, but once in a while I do get a little bit hungry later, so I might have a few raisins.
$2.90.
Yeah, but this will probably last me a month. I don't eat that many. Oh yeah, so these, pure sugar, I love these things, but again, I've got in the habit of just having like a little bit. I don't have very many, although it's very hard to stop eating these. I mean, I can eat
I can never buy something because once I open the thing, I'd eat it all
Oh yeah,
in one sitting.
Yeah, I've gotten very good at just little tiny portions of everything, especially sweets. So
$1.47.
same thing with my ice cream. I used to, if I bought a thing of ice cream, I would just eat the whole thing. I would eat 20 ice creams in one sitting. Now I just have one ice cream. What'd you say?
$1.47.
$1.47. This used to be like $1, and then it went to $1.25, $1.35. So they just keep inching up. At least they're going slow. Yeah, the ice cream cones. Yeah, $2. These used to be $1, but
$2.08.
yeah, $2.08. They've been $2.08 for probably a year or two. It's ridiculous. Again, probably cost them 20 cents to make this.
Santitas.
Yeah, these like tiny little bag. This is also one of those little teeny bags that you used to buy. And I normally don't buy the name brand. I just buy the store brand. Great Value, and they're like $1.99. And much bigger, probably twice the size of this, but they didn't have any. And again, sometimes later in the afternoon.
$2.88.
Yeah, $2.88. It's ridiculous, but
A little cheaper than what it says on the outside of the package.
Yeah, yeah. But it's again just a little snack because I have very small meals kind of throughout the day, just a handful of these and a handful of raisins. That's kind of a fairly healthy snack. Not too many calories, maybe 100 calories. This 100 calories for the raisins. What about my cereal? Is that on there?
Okay, well then that must be the thing that's 313.
Yeah, 313. So this is just oat crunch, and I mix this with my other cereal. Was it oatmeal crisp? So I'll have like a cup of this and a cup of the other. So 2 cups of cereal with my milk. Yeah. So the broccoli was what, 2 something?
276 was $1.68 a pound.
Yeah. So this will last me the week. I just chop it up, steam it, then I have it to put in various dishes throughout the week. I got 3 avocados. They were 84 each.
252.
Yeah, 252 total. Last week they were $1.06, I think, each, and week before that they were 56 cents each. So they're usually a pretty good price, actually. And lettuce, I think it's what, 188. Yeah, 188. 188. I got 2 heads of this. I guess for me, this is maybe my convenient compromise too, because I know iceberg is not the healthiest. It's better to get the romaine, but the romaine takes forever to wash and dry and cut. It's always full of dirt and mud, and it's just almost impossible to get it clean. And so I would much rather eat this. Much easier to cut and clean, and it tastes fine to me. And so I think that was it, right?
I got the 7-Up is the last thing.
Yeah, I got the cherry 7-Up. There's 12. And it was
$7.36 plus the 60-cent CRV.
Yeah, so
$8.
$8. So what's 12 divided by 8?
That's maybe 65.
Oh, that's all? Well, that's not too bad. I was thinking it was like $1 a can.
No, it's less than.
I mean, that's still 60 cents per can. I remember when we were kids.
70 cents would be $8.40.
Okay, so 65 cents or something per can. But at night, I just need a little something. I was telling Jim earlier, I just need a little something sweet. It's 0 sugar, but it has a little flavor to it. Where during the day, I drink water all day long, maybe a little iced tea, my Gatorade. But I do need a little variety when it comes to what I drink. Food, not so much, but definitely when it comes to drinking. So that was it?
That's it, because you don't buy fruit.
Yeah, I don't really. I do buy some fruit once in a while. I buy.
Well, I guess technically you did. You bought avocado. Avocado's a fruit.
Yeah, well, I buy. That's a whole other video, is the whole fruit thing. But yeah, I'm not going to spend $50 for some grapes. And they taste horrible. They taste like little mini lemons. They're not even sweet.
That's why you taste one before you buy them.
Yeah, but they're all horrible. I do buy watermelon when I can get watermelon.
And they're usually horrible, though.
And they're usually bad too. Yeah, cantaloupe, a couple times a year, but they're usually bad. So yeah, fruit. I have a very bad experience with fruit. The fruit I buy is usually extremely expensive, and it always tastes horrible. So yeah, why bother? So anyway, all right. Well, thank you for reading my receipt. And
anytime.
So we ended up spending $200, a little over $200 for 1 week. If we spent $200 every week, that would be $800 a month, and we don't spend $800.
And if you look at it too, I mean, even though we bought meals, I mean, we didn't, like most families and couples, they buy actual meat.
Yeah.
Chicken or beef or anything like that.
Yeah.
As far as
we
stuff,
almost never eat meat, beef, or chicken, or anything. Once in a while, but very, very rare. Yeah. So. Yeah, it's amazing how expensive everything has gone. Just corporate greed and gouging. So it's crazy. So anyway, we'll see at the end of the month if we end up spending $800 a month. That is definitely not in our budget. I think I budgeted for, as far as to everything to be paid for by Social Security, what we make from Social Security, I budgeted like $400 a month. And well, no, I guess that would be.
That would be.
Yeah,
for
that would
one
be.
person.
But I was gonna update that and reduce it, because I thought, well, I don't spend $400 a month. But I'm getting pretty close to spending $400 a month, and you're spending $400 a month. That would still all be covered in my budget and your budget by Social Security, what we make from our Social Security check each month. But it's still ridiculous. And I have a feeling it's not going to be $800. Although, I don't know, maybe it will when we consider non-food items and things, even though some things are different that we buy each month. Anyway, okay, I'm rambling as usual. Big surprise, right? So thanks for watching us today. Share with us in the comments how much you guys spend and how you compare. And so anyway, bye.
Bye.